When I was 38, I was still what I would deem as a young, healthy guy, invincible, so to speak. I never had the need to go to my primary care doctor. I was fairly healthy. Whether it was fate, divine intervention, or what have you, around my 38th birthday, something said, go for a physical. You haven't been in years. So I went in for the physical, gave my doc the kind of the family history, mentioned that my dad recently had prostate cancer, and he said, don't worry about it. Remind me when you're 40. We'll do a PSA test at the time, and we'll go from there. It shouldn't be an issue. Well, as he was finishing up the exam that day, he was doing the regular blood work, and he said, oh, we can just run a PSA on here. We'll get a baseline now, and then we'll be able to reevaluate when you're 40. Well, at that point, the rest is history. The PSA came back high, so early detection was super important for me and my side of the piece. We initially treated the elevated PSA as probably an infection, prostatitis. We treated it for antibiotics for 30 days. The PSA score came down just a little bit. He said, hey, this is a good sign. We're moving in the right direction. Let's treat it for another 30 days. And it didn't change at all at that point. So at that point, he said, well, we're going to send you for our biopsy. And we went in, had the biopsy. And all during this time, my wife and I are certainly researching, becoming experts on prostate cancer. But the challenge that we had, as I had mentioned previously, is that as a 38-year-old, there wasn't a lot of information about young guys dealing with prostate cancer. We were reading information on 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds dealing with the disease, not guys from my age group. So again, keeping that 38-year-old invincible mindset, we went in for the biopsy results, thinking that it's just some fluke. It's elevated for whatever reason, and the doctor didn't have the best bedside manners. We went in on a Friday afternoon, and he said, "I'm going to ruin your weekend," and that's how we found out I had prostate cancer. So the challenge with that, of course, was that guys and gals typically deal with emotions a little bit differently. I got mad and frustrated. My wife got completely emotional and was extremely upset. So we had to come to terms with that, meet together, and then figure out what the best course for treatment was after that. At the end of the day, I researched a variety of options, from seed implants to radiation to having surgery, and I chose to have a robotic prostatectomy.